Growing up, I was a tomboy, I was introverted, and I was a very shy kid. Those same qualities followed me well into adulthood. And being the oldest sibling didn't really help me get rid of my masculine qualities. In fact, it enhanced them. I became slightly obsessed with showing my strength, my physical strength, and my power. And it wasn't until just a few years ago that people started to come to me and say, your femininity is mind blowing. And for me, that was huge.
Something heavenly came down from above. He led me to you. He led me to you.
Because majority of my life kept me in my masculine energy. Most of my life to this day, I have been an entrepreneur. So fast forwarding to today, where people are literally messaging me, asking me for femininity advice. Men are stopping me in the streets saying, just looking at you made my whole day. It warmed my soul. These types of reactions based off my femininity, for me, it's almost it's almost unreal because it was so unheard of the first 90% of my life. With that being said, this video today is going to be about what I did to become a feminine woman. Let's go. I'm really excited about this video because femininity literally opened so many doors to me. And when I say so many doors, it's almost as if every door I walk in front of, someone is literally waiting to hold it open. The world bends to your will in a way. I hope that's not too much, too strong of a topic, but on this channel I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Femininity is powerful. I've had the opportunity to experience both ends of the spectrum, so I can visually see the difference in how people act and how people treat you when you're in your femininity and when you're outside of it. And it's a major difference. People are kinder to you. They mind their manners. Men are true gentlemen. They're always putting their best foot forward because you being in your femininity arouses their masculinity. It's just a beautiful, harmonious thing. Animals fall in love with you. And like I said, the whole world kind of caters to you in a way because you are this feminine woman. That's why I'm really excited to touch on this topic because I have got to experience firsthand the benefits of femininity, especially coming from a place of not being feminine at all and coming from a line of women who have had to live in their masculinity to survive. Okay. The first thing that I'm going to say about femininity is it is not something you put on. It's not something you wear. It's not in your hair. It's not in your nails. It's not in your clothes. Yes, you can dress in a feminine way. Yes, you can have a feminine sounding voice or you can sound feminine at times. But I guarantee you, putting on something that's feminine and looking feminine and acting feminine is not at all the same thing as being feminine. Femininity is an energy, period. And it's not something you can fake. One of the first things that I learned about femininity is that it comes from natural sources. Femininity is being portrayed in a way that the divine wanted you to be seen. I'm going to break that down. To me, Femininity is showcasing and displaying the essence of what a woman is, what it means to be a woman. And you showcase femininity by showcasing the things that are natural to you, things that are God given. The more natural, the better. Whether that's your hair, your eyelashes, your nails, your skin, your makeup, the more natural it looks, the more feminine you will appear. Exuding natural beauty is a core feminine quality. That's something that's priceless. And believe it or not, that is something that arouses the masculinity in guys. Being able to see the God given beauty in you, there is nothing like it. There is nothing that compares to your natural beauty. Your natural hair is always going to look better than a wig when it comes to femininity, because it's not about what you put on. Again, femininity is about being, it's about radiating, it's about expressing woman nature. So the natural things that you have are always going to look more beautiful, more enticing, more powerful when it comes to femininity than anything artificial. There are so many examples of this everywhere. One of the most famous examples of this is Marilyn Monroe. Even though she does wear makeup, her makeup looks like it is a part of her face. You know, the makeup she wears enhances her natural beauty. Even though her hair is not the same color as her eyebrows, the way she has her hairstyle, she's taking care of her natural hair. It's curled really pretty. Everything appears natural. It appears effortless. It appears she just woke up like this beautiful mogul. Whatever she wears, it brings out her natural features. She wears lipstick, it's bringing out the natural shape of her lips. That mole on her face was artificial, but we wouldn't have known that because the way she drew it, it just looked real. Regardless if you want to wear wigs, if you want to wear acrylic nails, if you want to wear makeup, whatever you do, make sure that it enhances your natural beauty. Period. There are so many different shades of women, different sizes. We have different body types, and that is beautiful. What you have as a woman, it is beautiful in its own way, and it should be recognized and it should be showcased. You should be a poster girl for your skin type, for your body type, for your hair type, because being you is beautiful. It's an incomparable beauty. From the shape of your eyes to the arches in your feet, I promise you, there is so much gold in everything that you already have, everything that is naturally yours. Never ever shy away from showcasing your natural beauty. It'll help you more than it'll hurt you. Another thing I learned with femininity is understanding that being shy benefits no one. Me feeling like I need to preserve my personality at all times, not saying my opinion, not speaking up for myself. I may as well not be present, and my presence may as well not have power because I'm trying to shrink myself to fit into the room, and that's a no no. Take up space. The more space you take up, the better. Not in a loud or obnoxious way. The feminine is not loud or obnoxious, but in a very I'm here way, and my presence is undeniable. When I think of this concept of not being shy, the clip that pops into my mind, I forgot the girl's name, but she has red hair and a sparkly dress. I'm going to try to find the clip and put it in here.
Like some other man.
Being a feminine woman, you cannot shy away from having the attention on you. It is okay for people to look at you. You can't be shy to be seen, especially if you want to be unforgettable. You have to open up, okay? The femininity is about receiving, and a part of receiving is being comfortable in getting attention. Don't let the attention intimidate you, and you'll be fine. Put yourself out there, have confidence, state your opinion, show up in your fullness, turn heads. Don't let it go to your head, because you don't want to thrive off of people's opinions, because then you'll be crushed when they say something about you that you don't like or agree with. You have to be centered in your own energy, whether people like you a ton or hate you a ton. That's neither here nor there. How you feel about you is the most important thing. Another thing that enhances femininity is the way that you use your voice. Now, I've read books like The Art of Seduction that talks about women using a softer tone, or some women using a baby tone, or some women having deeper voices, so they slow their talk down. You can find books like that anywhere. So I'm going to give you my personal tips when it comes to voice and tone, and not something that you can get from a book. When it comes to talking, less is more, especially in public. I'm making a YouTube video right now, so I'm pretty chatty. But I have learned that the less you say, the more power you hold in a conversation. Listening, it is a valuable skill. It is so valuable. You'd be surprised how much you can learn from a person, how much a person will find you beneficial just off of having a listening ear. Let people pour their heart out to you. Let people overshare to you. Make people feel comfortable with your silence. Also, silence adds to your mysterious nature as a woman. With you not saying so much, or even when you're talking, you're answering the question that was asked, you're not oversharing yourself. Chef's kiss. It makes people curious about you. It makes people want to investigate and inquire more and peel back more of your layers when you say less. You don't want to be the loudest person in the room when it comes to your voice. You want to be the person whose presence is most felt. I'm going to say that again. You don't want to be the loudest person in the room as a feminine woman. You want to be the person whose presence is most felt. That always leaves people wanting more. The feminine makes people want to give more, to do more, to get next to her. And if it's hard for you to not say so much, just start talking slower. That way, you're taking up the same amount of space you would if you were saying a lot, but you're not saying a lot. You're just taking a long time to say it. It is okay for people to be waiting for you to finish your sentence. It is okay for people to be hanging on your words. It is okay for people to want to know what you're going to say next. Take your time when you're speaking. Speak at a pace that is comfortable for you. You don't have to do too much when it comes to femininity. Less is more. That goes into my next point. Something I live by that has literally been a game changer. Don't rush. Don't let anyone rush you or anything. Better you make them wait every time. I don't mean this in terms of being mindful of other people's time. We always want to exude class and elegance, and being mindful of others' time is very classy. When I say don't rush, I'm simply saying do things at a pace that allows you to stay regulated. Do things at a pace that keeps your nervous system calm. For me, when I start rushing, I start making terrible decisions. I start forgetting stuff, and I can't have that. If I'm rushing to put my clothes on, I might put something on twisted or backwards, and it never works for me. One of my major practices when it comes to femininity is taking my time. I don't rush and I don't force myself to do things that I don't have the capacity to do. When my cycle comes, I take slow cycle days. I take those slow days because it helps my body. It's what my body needs. It regulates me. And I don't do work. I don't do anything. Some people, you may have to work when you're on your cycle, and that's okay. That shouldn't stop you from speaking up to the people that you work for. If that is the type of environment you have to say, hey, I'm menstruating today, I'm going to have to take it light. Or if you don't have to talk to some higher up or anything like that, and you just have to do your work, not doing so much work on the days that you are menstruating because your body is in rest mode, it's in recover mode, you're losing blood. You're not meant to be working hard right now. So don't never ever overwork yourself, overextend yourself as a feminine woman. And most importantly, never ever do those things when you are menstruating or pregnant. Preserve your femininity, value and honor your body. Every day you're not strong, and that's okay. That brings me to what I was going to say about being weak. It's okay that you aren't as strong as a man. You don't have to be as strong as a man. You don't have to be the sun. You don't have to shine in your fullness every day. It's okay to be the moon. It's okay to be 50%, 10%, or not able to do something one day as a woman. Utilize that as a strength. The fact that you sometimes are weaker, it is vulnerable and it is beautiful. That just gives room for you to receive more. That gives room for other people to help you. Be open to letting people help you. Be open to receiving. You do not have to have it all together. That is a major one. I hate to say this, but it's true. Men have so much more pressure on them to be successful, to take care of house and home, to lead, and to have discipline. We as women, we don't have to take that same pressure onto ourselves. As a woman, you have the choice to folly, you have the choice to play, you have the choice and you have the liberty to be weaker. It's okay. No one's judging you for needing help. No one's judging you for needing to take extra time. Don't put the same pressure on yourself as if you were a man. Don't treat yourself like a man. Treat yourself like you're a woman, how you would treat a sister that you loved, or a daughter that you loved, or a friend that you loved, or even if you don't have anyone that you can think of that you treat a gentle way, think of kind of like a flower. You handle it with care versus how you might handle a rock. You might throw it, but with a flower, it's less likely you do that. You might put it in a vase. You want to preserve it. You want to feed it. You want to give it water so that it can grow. You are the flower. Take care of yourself and allow others to take care of you. Feel no shame for needing help.
You've got the wrong idea about me, Mr. Valiant. I'm a pawn in this, just like Roger. Can you help me find him? Just name your price, and I'll pay it.
Always be open to learning. What you don't know, literally just ask someone to teach you. People are more than happy to help you, believe it or not, you have not because you ask not. Don't be afraid to open your mouth and ask for help. No one's judging you as hard as you're judging yourself, especially as a woman. And the more feminine you are, the more people want to help you. They run to help you because they look at you as if you are a delicate flower. They look at you as if you are someone that's meant to be helped because they can see that you may not be super strong, so you can't lift this all the way up the stairs. This task load may be too much on you because you don't do well under strenuous activity. Embrace that. Utilize that as a superpower because it is. This practice that I'm about to mention, it was a bit harder for me to learn and embrace coming from being a masculine woman because it's just not something I was used to. It's not something I was raised on. In fact, I was taught to do the opposite of it. You have to pamper yourself. You have to get yourself special gifts. You have to treat yourself special. The way I was raised, you never really want to overspend on anything unnecessary. You don't really want to pay for extra things like nails or getting your eyebrows done if you don't have to, if it's not like a special event you're going to. That's not just something you do every day because typically you're training yourself to stay in this survival mode. But if you want to be feminine, you cannot be in survival mode. I'm sorry, I said it. Even if you are struggling and you're trying to make ends meet, do what you can to pamper yourself. If you cannot go to the hairdresser, you do your own hair. Moisturize your skin. You take the time to trim your own nails if that's all you can do. You take the time to pamper yourself, to soak your feet in a tub if that's all you can do. You do special things for yourself. Nobody is going to treat you like a princess or a queen if you're not treating yourself like a princess or a queen, if you're not making this a standard. You have to have standards. You have to have non negotiables, and pampering yourself should be something that you incorporate into your life as often as you can. Because being sensual is a feminine quality, and all sensual means is that you appeal to the five senses. So you look good to the naked eye, you smell good, you look soft to the touch. I would say feel, but people, you know, should not be touching you unsolicited, but it is still very sensual to be able to look at you and say, she looks soft. They may not be able to smell you, but if they can imagine, wow, she looks like she smells good. She looks super clean. If something fell on her shoulder, I'd probably lick it off because I trust that the surface of her body is clean. Where was that at? I did smell, touch, sight, and taste. When it comes to taste, you want to eat things that are beneficial for your womb. Game changer. You want to eat things that are beneficial for your skin. You want to eat your skincare. You want to eat your self-care. I'm gonna make a separate video on that, so make sure you stay tuned. I'm super excited about that video too. But you want to drink your okra water because it's good for your yoni. You want to eat your fruit because it's good for your hydration. That's what you want. You wanted to give that hypothetically, if they could, if you were fruit, you'd taste great because of what you eat and because of your appearance. Last one, how you sound. The five senses, you want to appeal to them. I'll leave you guys with two more tips. One of them is being feminine is about creativity, it is about expression. And so you want to make sure you have your creative outlets. You want to make sure you are expressive. And you can be expressive in so many different ways. Sometimes it's in your mannerisms, sometimes it's in the way that you dress, sometimes it's in the way that you speak, sometimes it's literally you being creative, you doing a project, you making bracelets, you writing a book, or you just writing poems for your own self. Maybe you don't write a book, but you journal, you make sure you stretch, you get that movement in. The feminine is fluid, the feminine is creative, the feminine is expressive. You don't want to be stagnant, you don't want to be rigid, you don't want to be stiff, you want to get it out. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to scream, scream. But you want to make sure that you are practicing self expression. It is a key part of femininity. The last thing is you want to be set apart. You want to have something that is undeniably you. That if someone were to see it, smell it, hear it, taste it, automatically you are the first thing that's going to pop into their mind because you have signatures. Some women have signature scents, some have signature style, some may have a signature trait or a personality, or maybe they love strawberries, so they wear strawberry earrings all the time, everywhere. And if you see a strawberry on the street, you think of Rebecca because Rebecca loves strawberries. As a feminine woman, you want to have your signatures. You want to have at least one signature thing, and the more the merrier. You want to keep yourself set apart. For me, I wear head wraps and a lot of dresses, and that sets me apart from just the average person on the street. That is something that makes you undeniably you. It makes you super attractive, it makes you unforgettable, and it's ultra feminine because you are not trying to be like anyone else. Again, going back to that self expression, you are yourself. You're showing up in the world as yourself. And there is nobody like you. There will never be anyone like you on this planet. And you're showing us that. You're giving us a chance to see what that looks like in the flesh. And it's beautiful. I hope this video helped. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone. Ciao.
They're falling